Hey survivors, and welcome back in Sons of the Forest channel. Tomorrow there will be the full release, but there are yet some surprises, and the first one is to open YouTube and find another interesting video about Sons of the Forest by IGN, talking about 13 amazing updates coming to Sons of the Forest 1.0. So let's waste no more time and let's get into it. Okay, oh, it is a little bit different.
All grown up. Sons of the Forest will soon be
GNU
leaving Steam Early
voice
Access,
lines.
and as its 1.0 release rapidly approaches, we got one of the developers from N9 Games to go over 13 amazing updates,
Okay.
sharing details on a
An
bunch of
N9
new
developer.
content that's inbound
Nice.
to everyone's favorite mutant and cannibal-infested island.
I'm very curious now. Okay, I see many new footage, okay.
What is this place?
We're bringing in Sean Ashmore as the voice of Timmy, which is really cool. He's done some stuff for other video games, and we like him a lot. So yeah, we reached out to Sean Ashmore.
He worked
showed him some
also on Alan
footage and
Wake,
gave him
I
a
didn't know
brief. You know, he was on board. He thought
Oh,
it was
look
pretty
at the
cool.
record.
His
Oh,
voice
this is
Timmy.
some
It sounds
cool
really good.
footage.
It just fits.
What is that?
We're doing a lot more cutscenes now for Timmy, and a lot of that stuff is going to be towards the end of the game, where it's just going to be way more epic than it was.
That's a
in
little
early
bit
access
goofy, but I
release.
like
There's going
it.
to be a lot of new things to see.
Oh shit, what is that?
So we've
So
been
much
releasing
more
over the
solidified.
patches these artifact pieces that
Yo! They did my video! Sons of the Forest channel! That's my video! Yeah! Epic!
but you couldn't find out what it was going to do.
What?
And now with the final, you're going to be able to discover that last piece of the artifact and find out what it does. It has multiple
Okay, that's
functions.
so
We can't tell you what it is. We're not going to spoil it, but it's really cool. I think people are going to have a lot of fun when they get that
Yo.
last artifact piece and discover what it does.
GNU Zang.
Put a lot of work into developing the story more. The villain, Jian-Yu, in the game, he's
Okay, I'm
going to
very
be voice
interested in
acted,
this.
so we're going to add, more dimension to that character.
Little mutant Timmy. All grown up.
He's going to feel, cooler, more villainous, and it's going to really tie things together.
Okay, I'm noticing also some details, just like that. This is changed. Okay, there is a new location from what I'm seeing. Okay, there are so many cool details, and new stuff. Okay, we're going to analyze it later.
And it's going to really tie things together, hearing, what he has to say. We've also done a fair bit
Oh,
of
look at that.
environmental storytelling. So there's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
evidence
so
of what he's
amazing.
been doing around the island that you can discover.
Okay, yeah, it is a tent. Improvement.
We've added a lot of unique new points of interest that weren't
Look
there
at
before.
that.
So these excavation sites, you can see that they've been digging and working on
Oh,
starting new bunkers.
God, that's
Work's been interrupted
amazing.
in a terrible way. You can get down into these little caves that they've dug out, and you can
Okay, can we all agree for one moment on how beautiful this game is going to be? Way better. Look at that. That's amazing.
find
There's
new
also more
items
blood.
or just loot that's going to help you get around and survive on the island. There's going to be dying tacticals that you can discover as you're going around the map, and they're
Okay,
gonna
dying
have
so
flares
is gonna
that
die.
can help
Okay.
lead you to points of interest. A lot of new unique stuff that wasn't there before, and it's really starting to help the map feel filled out and more alive and dense. We have smoke plumes that are going to
Okay,
be
there we
coming
go.
from the cannibal camp, so if there's
Oh,
cannibals
from
there,
cannibal camps. Okay. That's interesting. I know that place.
and they have their fire going, you'll see that plume from a distance. You're going to get a sense of all the life on the island. And if you want to, and you wipe out those camps, there's nobody there and the fire's gone out, you won't find that plume anymore.
That's nice. Absolutely.
Another thing we improved in the world was the
Hell
Hell
Cave,
Caves.
yeah,
Spent some
sure.
time working
Look
on
how
the look
beautiful
of the lava,
that is. Oh
the
my
effects in the
God.
Hell Cave, and making it a lot more realistic. So that experience going through,
Yeah, the
especially
previous
with
one was
Timmy
a
as an
little bit
NPC now
shitty.
going
I
through
can
that
say
with
it.
you,
I can
it's gonna
tell
be
it.
an awesome final cave in the game.
Okay, the animation is quite the same. Leaked. New mutants. Legacy.
There's a couple new mutants that we're really excited about that we've added for the final. One is called Legsy. It doesn't use its legs to walk around, so it's got a creepy way of getting around. You'll see its legs flapping behind a bush, and it can jump through the air to launch itself at you. It's a pretty tough new mutant, so he will sort of imitate stalagmites and stalactites.
And also in caves!
You'll be walking around, and you might think this is a stalagmite next to you, and then suddenly this mutant's attacking you, so that's going to be pretty terrifying, we hope.
Oh, it is, definitely. Holy!
A lot of people really liked Cowman from the first game, so Holy is kind of a reintroduction of Cowman in a...
Okay, this means that Cowman is not going to come back, I imagine. But that's okay, I didn't like it.
It's a new design, but it's a big, heavy, slow mutant. Still very dangerous. It can do a charge attack like Cowman, and it can launch itself at you.
My goodness. So, new and improved armored enemies,
a late tier armor that's going to be a lot more tough to get off of enemies. We've put armor on the heavy cannibals now, so they're going to be a lot more difficult.
Oh yeah,
and
they're
we've also
definitely going to
a lot of work in balancing the toughness of the armor versus your weapons, so you're really going to have to be strategic in like targeting the different body parts when you're fighting these guys now. So it's going to up the challenge level. It'll be a lot more rewarding taking out cannibals.
Wow. Well done. Well done, really.
Raccoons we introduced because we just thought they were going to be really cute. You know, we've got them climbing trees. You get close and they're going to get up on their back legs and taunt you. In classic Sons of the Forest fashion, you can kill them, take their heads off and put them on sticks if you want to, but they really, I think, add more life to the map.
Oh well, the hat is cool.
Put it on your fire.
Now, why? Come on. Okay. Glider launcher.
We've also added a new buildable structure if you find the blueprint for that, which is this launcher for the glider. So you can set it up at your base and you can go from wherever you want and continue exploring with the glider.
But I don't get it. This is going to replace Springtrap, or it is just like for Springtrap altogether. I don't know. It is. I'm curious about that. Upgraded golf carts. Okay, this is interesting.
Some of the other stuff we've done is improving the experience with the golf cart by adding the GPS to it. When you're in there, you can see the map and you can see
there's also a new icon for
there's also the
gliders
radio added to it.
Also the radio.
You can have some tunes. You can listen to your favorite bad pivot tracks while you're cruising around in the golf cart.
Never know.
Also added more paths and better interconnected paths. So as you're driving around in the golf cart, you're able to get, you know, everywhere you want to go.
Okay. Proximity chat!
Introduced proximity chat.
This is a really immersive feature. It's a lot of fun sitting around the fire with your friends and chatting. What do you think, Evan?
I think we should try it out in the cave.
It's crazy how much that little feature improves the experience and like the sense of immersion.
As you can hear, we've got some nice...
Also with the sound effects, that's amazing!
It's different from sound when you're facing towards and facing away.
We have these moments where, you know, we're making a campfire and everybody has this coming into a circle and sitting around and we're talking to each other. If you walk away, you're not going to hear the conversation.
That's amazing!
So it changes the whole dynamic, you know, and as you're going through the world too, you kind of want to stay as a group so you can hear each other talking. If you have a cannibal walking by, everyone, you got to be quiet. You're going to have to whisper so that cannibal doesn't hear you in the bush. So
Yeah, I didn't get it. It is something real. So now cannibals can also hear you?
Be quiet, you're gonna have to whisper so that cannibal doesn't hear you in the bush. So you're gonna hear that echo if you're in a cave. If you're underwater, it's gonna be muffled because you've got the mask on, so there are those audio changes.
You can really hear the difference underwater. You can barely hear the other players.
No, this is so cool. This is so cool. Faster berry eating.
Eat berries faster. Yeah, just emphasize how excited we are about being able to eat berries faster now. I think that's going to be a fun one. Eating those berries and one at a time, it was tedious, and so I think we're happy, and I think players will be happy to be able to eat berries faster now.
Yeah,
We put so
definitely.
much stuff into this final release. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't talked about here. So many exciting new features and gameplay balance, and the whole world is just feeling alive now. It's going to be, I think, a completely different experience from what people would have had.
I
early
truly
access.
think so.
For more
I
videos
truly
on
think
Sons of
so.
the Forest, make sure to watch the 1.0 trailer or the devs.
I gotta say, this new update, the full release, is I'm speechless. That's something that really is going to revolutionize the entire game, and it is so good. So good. And now I can't wait for it, guys. Guys, what else can I say? I don't think I'm gonna break down it, but who knows, there still is one full day before Sons of the Forest finally releases, so I guess it's all about a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and consider subscribing from all the social media, especially our Reddit community and Discord server on Instagram and Facebook. And always remember, guys, to survive the forest. Few hours before it fully releases. Goodbye.